Hello, consciousazine, Benjamin Kallenberg. Just rattling off some videos, and Organic Portals Explained is the video we're going to do now. So in this video we are going to go over some explanations of what you can consider organic portals to be, how you can consider them to act and behave like. But I want to set this apart from my video organic portal definition, defining what is an organic portal, where I did indeed take more of a metaphysical tune to the song, and in this video I want to go a different way. I want to talk more about the behaviors in a bit more of a, I don't know, societal manner, a bit more, I don't know, I don't want to say dumbed down, but a little more easygoing, with the hard, complex explanations and spiritual interludes and so on. So just a bit more, I don't know, everyday explanation. Maybe I should call it that. Organic portals, every day. Every day? No, we'll do it everyday explanation. No, we'll just leave it as this. Portals explained. Everyday explanation. There we go. It is a masterpiece. Voila. Okay. Organic portals explained. Everyday explanation. So I do have other videos in the playlist Organic Portals Legacy list, because they are like a legacy item. I think it's their apocalypse. Haha. Unlucky. Should have listened to the Souled Human, but you avoided us the entire historical process, and now you'll pay with your lives. So yeah, anyway, you did it to yourself. So everyday explanation of an organic portal. Well, you know, I've said things like they're surface people, they're only their bodies. I have done it spiritual explanations like the missing Merkaba upper triangle, missing upper chakras, upper centers, no insight, no introspect ability on themselves. They seem more vulnerable to diseases as well. It's even said organic portals die all the horrible deaths. And you could think about that as, you know, the universe using them as backdrop people of a movie, not the main actor, so to speak, to move and clear experience out of the way as well, you know, to discover how horrible is it to die from jumping out of the 9/11 burning building. Not saying everybody was an organic portal who jumped out, but I'm just saying, no way, that's not what I'm saying, literally. But, oh god, that would have got offensive. I'm sorry to bring that bad memory up, but I really think that it was like an inside job, and I'm one of those people who thinks it was a conspiracy. So I have to keep bringing it back up, because it was a huge turning point in the ridiculous war on terror, which is never going to be won for a certain reason of it can't ever be won, so that they can be empowered for much ever longer after. Anyway, so, you know, some organic portals out there might seem friendly, and look, there's people saying, you know, friendly NPCs or non-player character theory, and, you know, friendly NPCs, but no, if they're friendly, they're just luring you deeper, and it's really then, since they're luring you deeper into the matrix, unfriendly, isn't it? If they're luring you deeper, that's unfriendly. It's not really friendly, it's friendly on the surface. And because that's how they are, they're very surface body people things. And they can be acting very, very nice. Very nice, but, you know, truth is not always nice, have you noticed? In fact, truth usually passes through, probably every time, passes through those 3 stages of truth. And the first one is violently opposed. And in the latter, step 3, it's always accepted as self-evident. So when, and this will probably soon, organic portals as a theory be, realized as self-evident, but I don't think we've even passed through the first stage of the organic portal truth. It's only just, getting a few thousand views on YouTube, so it's not like 7 billion people understand what's going on here. But eventually I think we'll pass into the stage where the mainstream media will get hold of the organic portal idea and murder it and totally stuff up the spirited movement of the organic portal revelation and apocalypse, thereby revealing and uncovering an esoteric theme of reality itself, a buried theme of reality itself. That some people seem to be soulless or spiritless is a better way to put it. They don't have their own spirit, and they don't talk to you as they've got their own ideas and spirits. Their own spirits, to stand up for something, yeah? May not be nice to throw a Molotov cocktail, but sometimes you have to throw a Molotov cocktail. You know what I'm saying? It's to stand up for something, really stand up for something, and that's what they don't do, and if they do it, they're just a computer-driven sort of algorithm of mass protest. It's not ever a proper spirited movement, or they come into a spirited movement and stuff it up and compromise the goals and so on. I have made videos on pretty much everything I just mentioned already. So as you can see, there's a lot of other videos. I do a lot of other organic portal videos. So let's further explain organic portals. Everyday explanation. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Organic portals are in every creed, every culture, every race, every corporation, blah blah blah, every group. They're everywhere. Just like indigos are in all creed, culture and races. The outdigos, or the organic portal surface flatland people, they're everywhere. So it can be your mother, brother, sister, father, lover. It can be your dog. Organic portal is a non-player character. It's like the backdrop people in a movie. It's like filler, filler people. You know how there's that saying, if like an explanation or something or anything is killer, it's like awesome, but then there's filler and a bit lame. Well, that's what the organic portals are. They're filler people, backdrop people, and so you can see them, like I mentioned earlier, as clearing out universal experience, just so that experience was had of some terrible way to die, for instance, as I aforementioned in the video. So they can be anybody, it can be your boss, it can be your mother and your father, but they have these similarities where they always are, funnily enough, acting as a hive, as one mind. Now, not in a positive way where we want to become one humanity either. They act as a type of one mind for stabilization and for appearing to me to wanting to, slow down, dumb down reality and make it smaller, harder and denser always. So they're like a control structure or control struct in programming. And, that's what they seem to be to me. Like, it's the souled humans who are the outlaws on the ride, and the ones who bring in real creation. They are like reactionary beings. And, so in that they have very reactionary circumstance about how they are with you, their mannerisms, and just in their life in general, they're a reaction to the system. They're not going to be the rebel leader or anything. They're reaction to the system, so they pussify, so to speak, and punce out and don't fight back and stuff, and all are it and part of the control matrix itself. So, this is one way we can discern who's who, and they're reactionary, like I said, and this means they mimic you as well, and they react to you, and they're not in proper creation. you'll see the difference between creating, and especially, and I'd hate to say it, but creating out of love. Ooh, because we've got this big dark energy after the eschaton. Everyone's getting back into the darkness now. You see that everywhere around? Yeah, the light resurgence, you'll remember what's going on in a few years. You'll be back. But you know, these people are reactionary and they mimic, so they can be very nice. They can be your lovely neighbour who just wants to have a chat. Let's have a cup of coffee and a scone and chat over nothing, maybe about the day's sporting events, which barely mean a thing to our human species. Because how many goals do we need to shoot? How many times does a swimmer need to, you know, go 1/100th of a second faster than the previous swimmer before we realise that's kind of a futile enterprise, right? It's not much of an enterprise at all. Yes, for gimmicks, for some toys to sell, put some people in some places, and you know, what have you. But there's no way to create a species. You know, and sport is definitely part of organic portal time wasting, I'll tell you that much. Because like I said, how many times does a different person have to shoot a goal wearing the same jersey? How many times can you watch it? Yeah, it's kind of okay to watch, but geez, where the universe has gotten up to, global warming, all sorts of... Don't you think we should be global loving each other and coming together and shooting off to space? Instead of, you know, wasting the rare earth elements on fridge magnets? I mean, this stuff gets very dense at their end, might I add. It's always at their end, so look for density. That's a way to explain organic portal. When you see density, and I mean mental density, obviously. Okay? It's like they're made out of denser stuff than us. It's like you can part these people like wheat. And what did the Bible call them? Wheats and tares, or tares. I don't think they're the exact same thing, but basically yes. Organic portal... See, I don't want to say an organic portal is a tare, or a tare, or a tear, however you pronounce it, or a hylic, either. But that hylic, a tare or a tare or whatever, and a wheat, they are organic portals. That can be said. Organic portal is the higher nomenclature here, the higher moniker, the more encapsulative. Okay? So that's why I always use the word organic portals now. So you can also say they're human prison bars, and they definitely act like they themselves, as a human, are a prison bar of the Matrix. So that your actual mother, brother, sister, lover could, if they're an organic portal, they are a, and could be a, prison bar in action, in the way they act to your life stream and your life path, stopping you, avoiding you, gaslighting you, trying to make you question yourself in the wrong ways, in other words, you know, time wasting you, distracting you. These are, you know, this is an everyday explanation of what organic portals do. Now, in my other video, Organic Portal Definition, I went a bit deeper into the spiritual end, for instance, and I have other videos where I explain Organic Portal theme. For instance, look up here. These are two different video titles. Here with the asterisks, that's one video, that's another video. So, with a minute left, I would like to say that it's not that hard to start discerning, but it is very difficult. Don't be put off that you can't see it or something, or can't tell who's an organic portal, because the lines are very blurred, because we have negative souled humans, positive souled humans, which are positive vectorizations like myself. Then you have negative souled humans, and the name is very telling. And then you have inured or asleep souled humans, which act like organic portals sometimes in some of their worldly behaviors, but they don't do the energy mimicking, for instance. So you can cut, you start to cut your razor of discernment down to who's an organic portal by their behaviors, you see. from who's inured to an organic portal. consciousazine.com Chronicle.